Here at SD Concepts, we get a lot of cars that we like to call box cars. They're cars that come to us that either a customer started working on themselves and ran out of interest or time, or they found out they were way in over their head, or cars that come to us from other shops that were taken out of that shop for whatever reason the customer felt necessary. These cars will usually come to us as just rolling chassis with boxes full of parts, and we'll have to put an engine and tranny in the car, wire the car, make sure everything's functioning correctly, and turn a rolling chassis into a running driving car at the end of the day.
This is Bill Baptista 70 Barracuda. It came to us from another shop. He had it at the other shop for a couple years, and the other shop was not doing what Bill was expecting him to do. So we took the car there and brought it to us for us to go through the car and double check the other shop's work.
One of the other things that the other shop had done is they installed a roll bar in the car, and as soon as the car came here we noticed a couple things that were pretty obvious that were wrong with the roll bar. The door bars that they had put in were attached to the main hoop about a foot off the floor and basically just went down along the side of the seat, which wouldn't offer any protection. One of the other things is the main hoop was set really low in the car. It was about 5 or 6 inches away from the headliner, so if he went to the track, his helmet probably would have hit the top of the roll bar because it was put in there so low. So after we explained all the issues to the customer, he decided to just have us cut the roll bar out. He upgraded to a rack and pinion steering, so when we get the headers and everything in here, we're gonna have to cut a steering column back and finish making a steering shaft to make sure it fits through the headers where it's supposed to and everything. And then his new transmission uses a hydraulic throw-out bearing, so we had to get all that mounted and hitch the linkage up to the factory pedal on the T56 Magnum that's going in here. Does not fit in the stock tranny tunnel, so we're gonna have to probably remove some of this brace, cut the tunnel back so that transmission can tuck up where it belongs, so that we can get all the driveline angles right, and then we'll finish it up by measuring for a custom drive shaft and get that ordered up for him. We got the engine and transmission mocked up in Bill's Barracuda. It's a 540 cubic inch big block with a T56 Magnum. We had to cut a hole in the floor for the shifter because the factory shifter's offset on the side of the transmission, where the new transmission, it's right in center. We also had to modify the tranny tunnel to make it a little higher and wider on the passenger side because the new transmission's a lot larger than the factory 4-speed. Next, we're gonna have to take the transmission back out, and we can get all his flywheel and all his clutch stuff set up. He's got a twin disc clutch going in it. Then we can measure for the drive shaft after we set the engine and tranny at the right angle, so that we get all the U-joints at the right angle. And then we can finish getting both headers in. The driver's side headers not in right now because we need to make the new steering column for it, steering shaft, as well as bleed the slave cylinder for the hydraulic clutch that's going in it.